Roll4Crit.com presents How to Play Legendary, a Marvel deck building game in 5 minutes or less or more. Legendary is the semi-cooperative deck building game in which you take on powerful villains from the Marvel Universe using your trusty team of heroes, like Captain America, Spider-Man, the Hulk, designed by Devin Lowe and published by Upper Deck. There's also the villains version of the game, which is virtually identical to the original in terms of how it plays, with the exception of some keywords and other little details that we won't be getting into today. So, the goal of the game is to work together with your friends to take down the evil mastermind a total of 4 times. Then, whoever has the highest points total from defeated villains wins. This is your playing field, which you'll set up in advance with heroes, villains, and a specific scheme, according to the number of players. It should take you roughly 2 to 4 hours. The first thing you'll do on your turn is flip over the top card from the villain's deck. If it's a villain, well done! You've kept the name of the deck accurate. The villain goes into the first available space in the city. If one or more villains are in the way, they get pushed to the left, and the new villain still enters the first city space. If the entire city is filled with villains when a new one appears, then the leftmost villain escapes. This is bad, as it results in bad things, like losing heroes. Of course, your card flip might not be a villain. It might be a bystander, in which case the closest villain or mastermind captures said bystander and is now worth 1 extra victory point if defeated. You might flip a scheme twist or a master strike. These have different effects depending on which scheme or mastermind you're playing with. Once you're done flipping, you get to the meat of the game, playing cards from your hand. You'll start off with a deck of 12 basic cards and draw a hand of 6 each turn. Here's where the 2 most important symbols of the game come into play: attack points and recruit points. Each card with these symbols and a number is worth that number's worth of those respective points. With recruit points, you can recruit new heroes to strengthen your deck. So in this hypothetical scenario, if you have 3 recruit points, you can recruit any hero or heroes with costs that are equal to or less than 3. Maybe you'll take this Colossus card, in which case it gets sent to your discard pile. You'll have a chance to draw that after you next shuffle your deck. Look at you, you're deck building! You're building decks! Any cards you buy get replaced with a new hero immediately. If you don't want any of the heroes currently in the HQ, you can always recruit Shield Officer Maria Hill for a cost of 3. Attack points let you attack. Wow! So in this hypothetical scenario, if you have 3 attack points, you can attack and defeat the lizard, then tuck him away safely into your victory pile for points. If you had 6 attack points and there were 2 lizards in the city as a result of some horrible experiment, you could kill them both. You can defeat as many villains as your points allow. However, you must have enough points to defeat them before attacking. Damage doesn't carry over to your next turn. So that's attacking and recruiting. It's so easy! Some heroes have more complicated effects that are explained on their cards. Each hero also has a team affiliation and a type. For example, this Wolverine card is affiliated with the X-Force and has an instinct symbol. His card states that if you play another instinct symbol hero before playing him on your turn, you unlock an extra ability. This is a common type of effect, so it's generally a good idea to collect multiple cards of the same type. Keep in mind that villains have special abilities too. Ambush effects mean something happens as soon as they're flipped. Escape effects mean something happens when they escape. Fight effects mean something happens when you fight them. There are also a whole bunch of special keywords in the base game and in the expansions, so keep an eye out and read those cards. You might also end up getting wound cards. These nasty cards that look like Wolverine doing an awkward dance have no abilities and exist only to clog up your deck with useless cards. You can get rid of them through special card effects, or by taking no other action on your turn while 1 or more of them is in your hand. If an effect tells you to KO a card, you put it into the KO pile and you can never use it again. Ultimately, you're working your way up to get enough attack points on 1 turn to defeat the mastermind. When you do so, you take a random card from underneath them and follow its effect. Then, more victory points for you. Hooray! If you fail to defeat the mastermind by the time the hero or villain deck runs out, or some other lose condition explained on your scheme card occurs, you lose. Boo! In conclusion, flip cards, recruit cards, fight cards, build decks, thwip, snicket, smash. That's Legendary. Did you get all that?